Upgrading software can be a little bit of a pain in the neck for, a number of different reasons. However, for some systems, there are tools out there and other applications that can assist with doing the upgrades. In this particular video, I'll be covering one of those tools, and that tool is named Prime Collaboration Deployment, more often referred to as PCD. In this video, I'll use PCD to upgrade my CUCM 1151 SU5 to 1151 SU6. Before I launch into that, I want to mention that PCD is free software at the moment. I've not heard anything about it changing. However, I do want to say that if you want to have PCD and you don't have it yet, the next time you have a attack case open and it's with one of the collaboration teams, feel free to ask them for the PCD software. Before you can actually upgrade the system, you have to SFTP into the PCD server. And if you look here, the moment that you SFTP into the PCD, you'll see that there's a number of different directories. And if you're going to do a COP file install, you might think that you would put it into the directory for COP, but it would actually go into the directory named upgrade if you're going to use the web interface of PCD to do it. Also, if you're going to put an ISO file for an upgrade, then it would also go in here. And as you can see, I already have my 1151 SU6 installed onto the PCD upgrade directory. With the ISO file uploaded to the upgrade directory, I can now log into the web interface of my PCD. And as soon as you log in, it's going to walk you through, a tutorial of the web page. I'm going to skip that. However, if it's your first time logging into a PCD, I recommend going through it. Now, you have all these different pop-ups that will show when you go to the different web pages. I consider them to be very useful, right? Like over here, if you're going to install some new servers, then you can use this. In this video though, I will be going through and discovering an existing cluster. So we are going to click on inventory cluster and then discover cluster. Up here is where we would go about doing that. So we'll go to inventory and then clusters. And I'll click on discover cluster over here. And I'll name this cluster 1. We'll put in CUCM, take the caps off, CUCM -115.home.lab. All right. So we'll wait while that goes through and discovers all of the nodes in the cluster. One thing that I want to say is that if you have a node that's down, that can get in the way of things down the road. It'll muck it up. So make sure that you have all of your nodes up, including if you have any IMP nodes that are integrated in with the system, that those are also turned on. So for now, I'll go ahead and pause the recording while I wait for these to be discovered. As you can see here, that it's already going through the different contact status, and we're sitting at discovering. This can take a little bit of time. So like I said before, I'll pause the recording while this all goes through. As seen on the screen, all of the nodes were successfully contacted, and it took about 5 minutes, but they're also all on the same subnet and even on the same server. So I would expect that the times would be pretty fast. All right, so let's see here. It's asking me if I want to edit the settings, such as changing the roles or functions, stuff like that. I don't care to do any of that. It's cool that it shows the publisher. The only thing I could think to do is mark it as a TFTP or something like that. But I think what's here is good enough. So I'll click finish. And now I have my cluster discovered. So where we move from here is to going into the tasks and actually scheduling a task to do the upgrade. When you schedule a task, you'll go back to this menu up here and you go to task, and I'm going to do an upgrade. We'll add upgrade task, and you can take a moment here to read the information on the screen. As you can see, there's a drop down here where you could select your clusters if you had more than one. I only have the one, so it's not letting me do anything. And right now we have everything listed, all of the CUCMs and the IMMP. I'm not upgrading IMMP right now. I'm actually going to see if I can change this. I only want to see the CUCMs. For some reason the drop down wasn't working. That could be a browser issue. So I just clicked in here and hit the down arrow. That worked for me. So now we have only the CUCM servers. IMMP is not in there. I'll hit next. Please select a valid cluster. Okay, something must have went wrong here. Let's see if that does the trick. All right, that did it. And I'll hit browse. So it's going to check the upgrade directory. And again, if it's a cop file, you still have to put it in here. And you can see I have my cop file here, but I want to select the ISO. And I'll say choose file. Now that the file is chosen, I'll hit next. And I want to start the task immediately upon completion of this wizard, but if you wanted to schedule it for a later date or time, or if you wanted to set it up to start manually, you can do that. The other thing I want to select is to automatically switch to the new version after the successful upgrade. We'll hit next here. And as you can see here, you can modify the task order and you can select how things are done. I'm not going to change any of this because it's exactly what I want. I want to upgrade the inactive partition on the publisher, then go ahead and upgrade the inactive version on my subscribers. Later, I want to do the switch version on the publisher and then the switch version on the subscribers. And if there's an error that occurs during the process, the task will be paused. The other thing is that you can even pause once certain steps are completed. I don't want to do any of that. I'm just going to go straight through on it. All right, you can put in some notes here if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to hit finish. And now we can see that the task is scheduled. Let's take a look at view details. There's going to be a log in here. You can see that right now it says not scheduled. So it's probably just getting things set up on the call manager. I would imagine that right now what's going on is the ISO files being pushed over to the call manager, but I'm not too sure about all of that. What I'll do right now is pause the recording and refresh the log a couple times, and then once some stuff starts happening, I'll start the recording again. While waiting for the log to be updated, I decided I'd go check from the CUCM side of the house, and I could see here that it says that it's being configured. So this is the file that will be used for the upgrade. I'm going to take a look at this log. I believe that we can do that with file view install. I think that I can just put this log file here. Let's see. Yep, just like that. So let's see what this thing says is going on. It's going to run this script, this shell script to validate the file. That's the file name. Here's the remote host, which is my PCD server. That's my PCD. Whenever you're logging into PCD via SSH or doing anything SSH with PCD, the default username is admin SFTP. It's a patch, so it's an SU upgrade. It is a signed file. Let's see what's going on. So it looks like it's going to calculate the ISO, the size of the ISO file. And it's looking at how much space is free versus how much space is needed. It says that there is enough space to proceed. So that script is now complete. Let's see. Looks like here's going to be the source directory. Now it's going to start pulling the file over, it looks like. I don't think it talked about the source directory up here. Yeah, it did actually. So let's see if there's anything new here. Yeah, so it's looking at the source directory, and then it looks like that's the file, maybe the path that it's going to install it in. Something about mounting it. Just doing a checksum against the file. And it looks like here now it's saying that the download of the ISO file is finished, and it's going to go into a pre-flight script. And I would imagine that now everything in the file is essentially the same as if we were doing the upgrade without using PCD. Now I'll go back to PCD and take a look at that log. Nothing new, it looks like. So I'll pause the recording again to wait until the log is updated so that we can see, you know, at least the initial phases of what we would expect to see in that log. I was able to see the log actually is updating, that the task has started, and that the upgrade for the publisher, this particular node, is started. So doing upgrades can take a really long time. So I'm going to pause the recording, and I probably won't come back to this for, you know, maybe an hour. Because like it said earlier, if there's an error, then the task is going to pause. So I want to check on it every once in a while to make sure that the task isn't paused due to an error. But other than that, I hope this thing just runs straight through and I don't have to deal with it. It's been somewhere around an hour since I paused the recording. And if we take a look over here, I recently refreshed the logs, and I can see this is what it said when we last took a look. Here we can see that the upgrade job was completed. If you remember the schedule for the tasks, the switch version doesn't happen until after the subscribers are upgraded. And right here, that task action ID 410 is completed, and then it kicks off 411, which is going to be the 3 different nodes. And right here, sub 1 is started, sub 3 is started, and sub 2 is also started. I would assume that since the publisher took around an hour, then all 3 of these should be done in about an hour. Since all 3 of them are going to download the ISO file, all 3 of them are going to start the upgrade. It's not like they're going to wait for the other ones to be done or anything. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording again and check in on this every once in a while. I checked not too long ago, and the log had shown that the upgrade was completed, and it all took about 2 hours, right? 1 hour for the publisher, another hour for the 3 subscribers. And what the log said was that it was going to schedule and start the switch version. So I'll refresh this here, and we can see that the start time was at, we'll just call it 10 o'clock. So we'll take a look at the log, and it says that the switch version was started for these 3 different nodes, the publisher as well. And that was at 11:52. So it was essentially exactly 2 hours from the start of the upgrade all the way to the point of doing the switch version. I don't see here that it says that it was successful in terms of the switch version, so I'll go and check the servers here in just a moment and see if they actually have the switch version completed. As I was logging into the different servers, I got into the publisher and the 3 subscribers, and what you can see here is that the system was going down, so I think it was actually in the middle of still doing the switch version. And right now it's going down to reboot and come up with the new version. Let's see if the publisher was done already. The the publisher is already on the new version, and so it just seems that we're waiting to have the other ones reboot and come back online, and then at that point the PCD will probably show that it's been completed. I've actually just gone back in and refreshed the log, and we can see now that the status has actually changed to successful. The start time, again, as a reminder, was 10 o'clock on the 17th. If we go through and check the log, we can see that it completed at just before 1 a.m. on the 18th. So about 3 hours to upgrade 4 different servers, and not having to worry about whether or not the publisher is completed and if I'm ready to go in and do the switch version or any of that. It was really just a set it and forget it. I didn't have any sort of things that I got snagged on. The tasks didn't pause due to any errors or anything. So I would assume that there are times where it doesn't work as well as what it has for me today. But yeah, I actually think this is going to be my new way of upgrading my clusters when I need to upgrade them. And in fact, I have to upgrade IMMP now to get the SU version to match between Call Manager and IMMP, which I will be using Prime Collaboration Deployment to go ahead and get that upgrade done as well. So let me know what you think in the comments. And again, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please go ahead and subscribe for more videos like this down the road.